I have a theory. You ready for it? There may not be enough time for this before the endgame arrives, but hear me out. Rome is going to conquer the rest of the Dabulan Free Traders territory and integrate it. And with the help of megastructures, which will soon arrive, they will ascend to the point of being a galactic superpower. Rome will then be able, and may already be able, to absorb their Federation partner, the Raxar hegemony, as a protectorate, eventually bringing them into the Empire in full, uniting the two-member Federation under the Roman Star Empire. I think that's a distinct possibility. Hey there, Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Roma Galactica 2.5 in Stellaris Ancient Relics. Yeah, so this is the Raxar hegemony, and they've already had some territory taken away from them by their lovely, lovely friends, the Veterisius Confederation, the Iski Alliance, and the Mantisaurus Star Union, who have declared war on our Federation a couple of times. Once we've finished off the Dabulans, which might take a couple of wars, we'll see, we might be able to cancel the Federation and just say, hey, you should be our protectorate instead, and we will protect you if you're attacked, but eventually we will integrate you into the Empire peacefully, which I think would be a nice kind of imperial step to take. But you'll notice I had this, or at least I think I had this pulled up when I think I closed it, meaning to have it pulled up the moment I got the interface back on the screen after that opening shot. But that was the starbase in Sol, by the way. But we are only 12 months away from finally having mega engineering done, so we can select our Ascension perk that we've been sitting on forever and a day. And we've recovered from our mineral deficit that kind of occurred accidentally in the last couple of episodes, so now it's just a matter of going back in and seeing what else we can do with the resources that we have. For instance, I need to go ahead and give Earth a little bit more in the way of housing and amenities. Well, it's not needed, but it's, good in general. There is still that ruler pop that's unemployed there, which is kind of frustrating, but we'll deal with that as we begin. Let's go up to speed 2 and let things continue.
Construction complete.
We handled a fair amount of administrative stuff last episode after the war concluded and the Raxar hegemony, as you can see, got a chunk taken out of them. They do still control this up here, which is just the border gore is, yeah. Veterisius controls this little, it's not a pocket of space. There is actually a star. So they have this star in the middle, and then this black hole in the middle. So they're breaking up the Raxar hegemony in two different spots. I wonder if there will ever be a possible way for that kind of border gore to become less prominent in the AI's interactions. I'm sure it's very, very difficult to do, and they're already working on it to the extent of their capabilities. But that's just something that I consider from time to time. Okay, so it looks like Aquileum is ready to upgrade into a full colony. Let's go ahead and remove their colony designation, and we need to give them a building. So should I just go straight for luxury residences to help them have amenities and grow? It could probably be a good thing. Yeah, let's do that. We have some overcrowding here on Regia, but we can probably fix that by replacing some of these civilian complexes, to tell you the truth. Because we have a lot of consumer goods at the moment. Talked about this last episode. We can just replace one of those with luxury residences. Or we can just build another city district. But the thing about building luxury residences is they don't have any jobs associated with them, so when you build them, it just provides housing, and no one's going to shuffle around and potentially, take a different position and leave, one of their other jobs, which might or might not happen. But this is a good way to guarantee that you just are providing additional housing. So we'll do that to start. Similar situation here. I don't think that we need to... I don't know, Elysium has a lot more room for city districts. The other thing is that, as someone pointed out in the comments last episode, and I appreciate this reminder because I had forgotten about this, districts do add to administrative cap. So the more I build districts over here, see, buildings don't, districts do. So the more I build over here, even if it's just because I need housing, like I do for Elysium, that actually adds to my admin cap problem, which right now is still a significant issue. So I'm trying to think about that as well. Yeah, I'm going to replace this with luxury residences. And then another thing we can do, of course, is use decisions. So we can declare population controls, we can encourage planetary growth as well, which is really handy to do for new colonies. And I might, in fact, do that because I have so much food. In my offline Stellaris play that I was mentioning a few episodes back, this is something I was doing a lot, like playing around with the decisions a lot more. So I just need to do this on the newer worlds. Costs 1,000 food. So when you have a surplus of food, it's a really, really good way to spend those surpluses quickly. As you can see, I still have a lot of upgrades that I can do too. I may, in fact, be able to establish some new colonies this episode, but I would also genuinely like to make sure that we're reducing our admin cap penalties a little bit. I'll do one there too. You can see I've still got plenty of food, so this is not something I even hesitate to do. Which reminds me, there's one other thing I want to check before I unpause again here. Based on some comments that were left. Let me take another look. Where are you? No, not the slave market. Is it under... Bloody hell, where is... There you are. That's right. Aha! Okay. I appreciate the commenter who pointed this out, and I think it might have even been during the live stream of episode 21, during the premiere. That active effect completely slipped by me because the passive effect is what I read. I feel like the active effect should be first and the passive should be second. I mean, I get that maybe there's an argument for both, but I just saw the green text and the passive effects, and I didn't read farther down. But when you use the Head of Zarklon, you also get a small Fallen Empire fleet. So that could come in handy for the war against the Dabulans or the potential war against, these guys in the future, or the endgame for that matter. So I'll keep that in mind. Not going to do it right now because we need my influence for making claims. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and say hello to the Dabulan by making some claims on their territory. So we need to claim kind of one pocket at a time. And it seems like I'm not going to be able to claim too much. Which is kind of annoying, but yeah. That's all I'm going to be able to claim for the first run. We might be able to do more if we can increase our influence gain. The main way to do that would be making sure that we have, first of all, let's make sure we have enough rivals. Do we have no rivals at the moment? Well, that's part of the reason our influence gain sucks. What the hell? Hang on. When did that change? Is it because we've gotten so... yeah, that's probably why. We've gotten so strong. Alright, we're going to rival the Mandasura. I must not have noticed when the rivalries... Why can't I say rivalry? When those went away. We can definitely declare a rivalry with the Tebran. And I think that makes sense. And then the Dabulans we can't, because we're kicking their butts. Yeah. So that helps a little bit. The other way to do it is just to make sure that... Alright, so we need a recent uplift to get maximum influence from our factions. But yeah, it's making sure that the factions, especially the big ones, are satisfied. It seems like the Xenoaid Center is the most popular faction. The second most popular is United as One Party. And they want us to be an extra-national authority, which, as I mentioned in the beginning of the episode, is in the cards. So that is something that I will kind of bear in mind. But let's go back to Speed 2 and allow things to continue building. Remember also that we are getting some starbases ready in this general area. So we finally built some platforms, and we're going to see our energy surplus decrease as a result of that, but I'm okay with that. I mainly would just like to keep an eye on my planets this episode and make sure that our economy continues to trend upward in all categories. We should see at the end of this month Oh,
Science
no, influence.
report success.
It's closer to 3. It's 2.83, but it's rounding down, as it always does. Okay. Admin cap plus 15. That's handy. Do I need a fleet command limit increase yet? Probably not. I will probably be able to do more with the glandular acclimation tech, given that I have some other races that are working with me right now as part of the Star Empire.
Complete.
Okay. This will help increase my minerals. So let's do that. We'll also provide a job for this person to move up into. Ooh, we need a specialist job here. I was making sure I had that term right.
Construction complete.
It is specialist, right? It is indeed. Yeah, so let's increase our research. Again, that's one of the main things I'm trying to push back against with the admin cap situation. Still nursing my voice a little bit. I got through yesterday and did some other audio stuff that led me to believe that I could probably record. If you missed my note, check the community tab. It'll make more sense for why the series came back for a couple of days and then immediately went quiet for a few. Had partly to do just with the fact that I released an 1.5 hour long discussion with Athenon about another game, but that was fun. That took up a lot of time as well. Let's see, what do we have?
Construction complete.
I need to take a look at some of these upgrades that are possible as well. Oh, hello. Dust caverns? Have I already? Yes, I've already set those up. All right, good. Well, we could do a galactic stock exchange on Triana. Sure, let's extend the deal. So how many exotic gases per month do we have right now? Let's go ahead and just go for the 2.
Construction complete.
Pause for a moment while I consider this option. Also make a note of a timestamp. Okay. Research lab's probably the best option here, too. Again, doing everything I can to speed up our research as we move into the end game here. All right, we have an unemployed worker pop here. Building a district would counteract that, the research stuff that I was just mentioning. So I want to be careful not to do that too much. Yeah, same there. So additional districts, especially playing as wide as I'm playing. To an extent, admin cap is not something I need to micro too much.
Success.
Because, I mean, if I'm playing wide, I'm going to blow over my admin cap. That's just the way it is. There it is, megastructure restoration. All right, so let's go ahead and unlock... Ooh, yeah. Starbase upgrade cost and upgrade speed. I want to go ahead and get that done. That's core of engineering. Will take 17 months. And it actually matches our engineering researcher, Zax. He has the Voidcraft expertise. So because it's a Voidcraft tech, it will arrive faster. Now, that being said, it is finally time. No! Oh, okay. Requires having fully repaired or fully upgraded any megastructure. It requires that? Really? I didn't know. I mean, I had seen that, but I thought that that was an optional thing. Like you could do that or get megastructures. But evidently you have to do both? Really? Okay, well, hang on. Let's see if there's something that I've forgotten about. Something in my territory. That sets me back a little bit. And that's very frustrating. You have to repair a megastructure. I can't remember if I have one in my territory, and I don't think I do. I think I did... Yeah, I believe that I did in the first... Before, you know, I restarted the series like 14 episodes in way back in the day. And I think I had a ring world then, but I don't now. I might once I finish conquering the Dabulans, but no, I don't think the Dabulans have one either. Are you serious? Like, I won't be able to do galactic wonders now as a result of that? Repaired or fully upgraded any megastructure. So, okay. So, I do think I will have to build... This goes back to what I think I can build a habitat. Yep. I think I can build a habitat, and that will give me access to it. But now I need my influence. So now I'm mad that I spent all that influence. But we'll get there. We will get there. Still going to have to sit on an ascension perk for a while longer, but that's life. We'll have a research option before long.
Construction complete.
That will allow us to gain another
Science
one.
Division report success.
Tachyon Lance, very good. All right, we've unlocked the Science Nexus. Now, hang on a second. Because the way this works might have changed. Galactic Wonders gives me the Ring World Matter Decompressor and Dyson Sphere. Okay, now it's making a bit more sense. Maybe it was this way in the beginning, maybe it's changed subtly in a way that I overlooked, but megastructures are not all unlocked, it seems, by that Ascension perk. So I can unlock the Science Nexus, which I would actually like to do, or Gateway Construction for that matter. I would also like to do that. Let me go for Gateway Construction first, because that's an ability to move around the Empire quickly. That would come in very handy. Now, remind me what classification of jobs the metallurgists are. They're specialists, so I could upgrade this and get a few more alloys per month. Let's do that to solve that unemployment issue. Got a number of specialists out of work. Right, these are just farmer jobs at the food processing facilities, so upgrading that won't do anything. Boricum does need something new, though. So how about we build... Yeah, another research lab. Ah, Nafgidium, one of our newer worlds, is also ready for some love. Let's see. You have Bubbling Swamp and Crystalline Caverns. Now let's go ahead and build a gas extraction well so that we can exploit that resource. Please and thanks. Let's go ahead and step up to speed 3 as well, because we're waiting on so many important things. Let's see if there's anything else I can do with my factions while I'm thinking about it.
Construction complete.
All right, so the United as One Party is our second strongest faction. I know what I can do there. Science Without Borders. So we need to sign a research treaty with at least 3 other empires to please them. And then Crimson Warrior Lodge. Okay, yeah. We might get that once we just get into a war. They'll get a little bit happier, but for now it seems like our influence is maxed out. Habitability modification is done. See, we have a research option for an Ascension perk. Okay, so we can also unlock the Strategic Coordination Center, which would come in handy for future military efforts. How about we... I don't need extra food from jobs just yet. I think I will go ahead and go for the Ascension perk and Unity Ambition option.
Construction complete.
Keep things on speed 3 as we play through.
Construction complete.
So these are entertainers, and I'm guessing those are specialists? Hang on. Yep, they're specialists. So I think I'd rather... Yeah, let's go for the merchants. The education campaign has ended. Let's re-up that. Pacifica also has room for its final building. Very nice. Looks like they're actually out of housing.
Construction complete.
So let's go for the luxury
Construction complete.
There I go again. Luxury residences. That's my latest tongue twister to top megafurgers for the series. Ooh, is this in memory of Mercedes Romero? Yes, it is. Very nice. All right, one more mining district here.
Construction complete.
Oh, nice. Let's definitely upgrade that planetary administration. Got a few colonies that need it, in fact. The economy is definitely stabilized, by the way. We're just waiting for influence to build up so that we can do a number of things. I think I would like to get megastructures going, so before I use more influence on claims against the Dabulans,
Construction complete.
I am going to pump the brakes on that for just a second. We're still going to move in the general direction I described at the beginning of the episode, but we're going to pump the brakes on that and wait until I have enough influence to build a habitat. Which is how much exactly? 200. So it looks like we're gaining 2 per month. We're gaining almost 3 per month. The Great Khan has met defeat. In spite of their vaunted military genius, Vafad Uvi Ravad, the Great Khan of the Hisma Horde, has met with defeat in the Edor Vang system when the armada they were commanding was lost in battle against forces belonging to the Gox Confederated Stars. Good job, Gox. The Great Khan and their closest officers fled into hyperspace in a small shuttlecraft. Even now, Vafad Uvi Ravad is busy assembling a new armada to resume their conquest, but this victory has brought some much-needed respite to those who oppose the relentless advance of the Hisma Horde. You know what this reminds me of? It's interesting to see, and I'm not making an accusation here, because, I mean, when you think about, actually, Rome is a good metaphor for this. Rome was able to do a great deal in their history by taking the practices of other empires and improving upon them and integrating them as part of their hegemonic strategy. So, for instance, Rome, just an example of one thing that Rome did way back in the day, I'm going to go somewhere with this, I promise, is that they had planks that would extend, that they could rotate over from ships that would help soldiers board other ships. And they got that from another empire. I don't remember which empire they got it from. It might have been the Carthaginians. I feel like it was the Greeks. But so there were planks that, rather than having to use maybe a less sophisticated means to get onto another boat in the middle of the water that you were fighting against, they just would rotate this ramp over, and men would just run across the ramp in large numbers, faster than the enemy could fight back against, and they would do well. And Rome got that from another empire. So anyway, I use that as a metaphor for what Stellaris has done in terms of other strategy games, because we've seen them adopt a housing and amenities system that's very similar to Civ 6. And this event reminds me a lot of Attila, right? And Total War Attila, because what happens with Attila is that they're this big kind of mid to end game threat, and Attila then has to be defeated once before he can be defeated permanently. It's a similar structure. Not saying they got it from Total War Attila, but it's just interesting to see the parallels among strategy games that have come out in the past couple of years and what Stellaris is doing. And I don't mean it in a bad way at all, because again, I think they're doing it smartly.
Construction complete.
They're building on a game that's already excellent and making it even more excellent, which I appreciate. Luxury residences, please.
Construction complete.
I'm just going to upgrade the food processing center to deal with the unemployment there.
Construction
and then,
complete.
Ooh, wow, lots needed here. Why don't we go ahead and upgrade the research lab? It does seem like there's more that we can do. I don't have a mineral purification plant there yet, so let's do that. It's not the biggest mining planet, but every little bit helps to make sure that we don't have another mineral shortage. Clonia Hesperides is ready for its next building. Actually, no. Let's go for a gene clinic as the next building there. And also, what do we have here? Research lab's probably the best option there too. And here as well, but we don't quite have enough minerals for it. We can change that quite quickly. Problem solved.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
What's that? Oh, good. The Starbase upgrade breakthrough is done. So we can gain an additional L-Gate insight. We can improve our defense platform hull points. That's probably a good idea since it's such a quick research option. Let's go ahead and do that. 6 months it'll be done.
Complete.
We are almost up to 100 influence. We need 200 to build our habitat, and then we might be able to get that Ascension perk, finally. I could go ahead and select an Ascension perk now. I could. Because I've got another one being researched, and it's going to be here in 16 months.
Complete.
So let's see what else I can pick, because I can have something helping me for those 16 months that I wouldn't otherwise. Megastructure build speed would be 50% faster, and build capacity would be increased by 1, so I could build more than one at a time. The Arcology project would allow me to build mega worlds, ecumenopolises. I like the idea of shared destiny as something to support what we're going to do with the Raxar. Cost less influence in order to integrate. Longer edicts, mastery of nature, 1 vision. This would provide additional monthly unity and reduce pop amenity usage. I think we're fine though. So I mean this could end up helping with influence though. It could. It really could. Because it might reduce the number of other factions that exist in the Empire by increasing the core attraction of our government ethics. We are not a technological ascendancy. All right, Galactic Contender would allow for additional damage to fallen empires, awakened empires, and the gate builders. Eternal Vigilance would make me a turtle. I could go for Engineered Evolution. That would be kind of fun. As a way, I don't know that I would pursue that all the way down, though. In Legacy of the Forerunners, I think we did enigmatic engineering. More than one good choice here. I like the idea of having master builders and shared destiny. But I think what I like the most is the possibility of also Defender of the Galaxy. I mean, yeah, there's just lots of really good options. It's either Engineered Evolution. Let's not go the gene modding path. I feel like that's a very common choice for me, particularly in Let's Plays. So let's go for... It's going to be... See, I'm really liking 1 vision the most. But then again, I've not done anything with arcologies yet. But I'm playing wide, so I don't know that I need to, like, make single planets that amazing. I'll just conquer more planets. And this would make me a turtle. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah, technological ascendancy means rare technologies appear at 1.5 times the normal rate. It's better to get this one early, though, and we skipped over it. Same with 1 vision, really. So it's, okay, it might be between Master Builders and Shared Destiny. I think it is. Megastructure build speed and build cap. Let's go for Master Builders. Let's do that. Because we are going to be building lots of megastructures. I would like to establish myself as a bit of a galactic superpower. So let's roll with that. And let that go. We're going at speed 3. We've got a few things building in various places to help with our population situation. Hang on, speaking of population situations, let's upgrade that capital because Aurora needs a little bit of love in the Alpha Centauri system. But we are also 30 minutes into the episode, so I'm going to stop this one here, and the next one we are going to continue building up influence to build our habitat. As soon as the habitat's built, we'll turn around and maybe claim a few more Dabulan systems before we declare war. I would like to take kind of one pocket of space from them at a time. But I think our other fleet, is in place there now, so that's helpful. We will be taking control of them, and then, like I said, we're going to try and integrate the Raxar hegemony into our territory so that we can directly confront the Izki Alliance, the Veterisius Confederation, and the Mandasura Star Union as a united Roman Star Empire, hopefully before the endgame. Whether that happens before the endgame, I don't know. That's going to be... we're going to be cutting it close if that happens, but we're going to try it. So a lot to try to cram in, lots to come. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out, I promise, every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are 4 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.